Mordecai and Rigby begin this episode filled with excitement because they desperately want to get tickets for an upcoming fist pump concert, something that represents the kind of hyped-up distraction they always chase to escape the monotony of work. Their motivation here isn't to avoid responsibility at first, but rather to chase something fun and meaningful to them. This shift slightly changes their usual dynamic, showing that they're not only slackers, but also two friends who genuinely care about shared experiences and finding excitement in their routine lives. The concert becomes their goal, and everything else begins to revolve around this single desire. The main problem arises when Benson asks them to pick up his dry cleaning, an errand they see as an obstacle between them and the limited ticket supply. Their reaction shows how quickly they lose focus when something exciting is at stake. Instead of simply doing the task efficiently to free up time, they immediately start stressing about how the errand might ruin their chances of getting the tickets. This highlights a recurring issue for both characters. They tend to exaggerate difficulties and assume the worst, which leads them into sloppy decisions that trigger unnecessary complications. The introduction of the dangerously caffeinated drink serves as the turning point of the episode. When Mordecai and Rigby decide to supercharge themselves with an extreme amount of caffeine, it reflects their impatience and their reliance on shortcuts. The drink becomes an exaggerated symbol of their desire for speed, energy, and instant gratification. The transformation that follows is one of the most entertaining aspects of the episode, pushing the characters into a hyperactive state that matches the chaotic pacing of the story. Their reactions become more frantic and exaggerated, turning an ordinary errand into a surreal adrenaline-fueled mission. As the caffeine kicks in, the show uses fast, intense movements to create humor, while also demonstrating how Mordecai and Rigby's impulsiveness can spiral out of control. They begin running at impossible speeds, reacting to everything with exaggerated intensity, and becoming almost unrecognizable versions of themselves. This hyperactive state allows them to complete tasks in seconds, but it also destroys their judgment. Instead of gaining control over the situation, they become completely overwhelmed by the effects of the drink, causing more problems than they solve. The dry cleaning errand turns into a chaotic chase sequence involving unpredictable obstacles, showcasing how their energy becomes less of an advantage and more of a liability. Even though they intended the caffeine to help them get to the concert on time, their frantic decisions constantly threaten to derail their goal. The frantic escalation mirrors the structure of many regular show episodes, where a simple desire becomes amplified into something wild and unpredictable. Their desperation to reach the tickets mixes with the uncontrollable effects of the caffeine, creating a sense of urgency that keeps the story pushing forward without pause. Once they finally get the dry cleaning and race toward the concert venue, the caffeine pushes them to extremes that border on the supernatural. The world seems to warp around them as they dash across the city, acting so fast that they might as well be bending reality. This exaggerated depiction of their speed adds humor and reinforces the pattern that the universe reacts dramatically to their choices, especially when those choices involve irresponsible shortcuts. Despite everything going wrong along the way, their determination remains strong, showing how deeply they care about experiencing something fun together. The moment they reach the concert line is almost triumphant, but it's undercut by the lingering chaos inside them. Their bodies are still overloaded with caffeine, and this instability becomes the final challenge they face. Their jittery behavior threatens to ruin their chances even at the finish line. This reflects the idea that shortcuts rarely help them achieve their goals cleanly. Even when they technically succeed, the consequences of their decisions follow them right to the end. The tension between success and self-inflicted chaos is one of the show's most consistent comedic strategies. When they finally get the tickets, it feels like a victory earned through sheer persistence rather than smart planning. Yet the aftermath of the caffeine overdose hits them hard, leaving them drained and barely functional. This collapse serves as a reminder that their approach to solving problems often leaves them worse off physically or emotionally, even when the outcome is good. The episode closes with a subtle sense of irony. All the chaos, destruction, and over-the-top energy was for something as simple as getting concert tickets. And even though they achieved it, they end up too exhausted to fully enjoy the moment. This episode builds on the growing pattern that Mordecai and Rigby's impulsive shortcuts always turn simple goals into explosive adventures. Their friendship continues to drive their decisions, as neither wants to miss out on the concert experience with the other. The blend of normal desires, extreme solutions, and supernatural consequences adds another layer to the ongoing continuity of the series, leading naturally into the next episode, where their search for excitement and avoidance of sensible planning will once again pull them into unpredictable trouble.